think it's really important to talk about, why people are doing what they're doing and, why they're not doing what they're doing. Because I think in society, we often see people, doing things that they don't really enjoy. And, I've been there myself and, I know lots of other people in that situation. And I think, sometimes you have to do certain things that you don't really particularly like or, want a life in. But you do it for a set period of time because it serves its purpose for the next thing. And whilst you're doing that, you're then working on something else and it serves its purpose. I get that. And I think that's really good. But I think, a lot of the time people go through life and they don't particularly know what they want to do, they don't really find it, or they know deep down what they want to do, but they're not acting on it. And, that's sometimes out of fear, that's sometimes out of wanting to fit in with society and what's going on around you. Your family may be telling you to do a certain path in life. You may feel under pressure because, may feel like you need to be doing X, Y, Z. And, a lot of these ways of behaviour in humans, is taken in from our environment at an early age. And, as we go through life, we see people doing things, so we think that's the norm. Oh, that's the way you need to be. And I think, for the majority of people, there's a lot of unhappy people doing things that they don't particularly enjoy. And, it breaks my heart because, people, in my mind and from my experience, you need to try things out, keep trying things out until you realise what that is. And it's okay if that changes over time, like you may be in a certain job or a certain field and then you decide, I'm going to change this, I want to do X, Y, Z now, and that's okay. But, you need to act on it. And a lot of time, people don't act on making those changes and they know deep down in their heart that they want to be an artist, they want to be doing music, but instead they're doing a job, somewhere else, not fulfilling that dream that they want to do. Or they may be doing that thing that they're loving and that they enjoy, but they're not putting it out there into the world. They might have imposter syndrome, they may lack confidence, and sometimes that's part of the process. I think we can all kind of relate to a bit of that. We've all got a bit of something there, and you have to push through that. And my advice is just to take small steps. If you've got imposter syndrome or you lack confidence, I used to do these videos where I would talk for 30 seconds and I would delete it because I was worried about how I may look. I was worried about what people may think. I, would worry about how people are going to react, what they're going to say, and all the rest of it. So, that comes up and that's sometimes normal, but it isn't normal when, these thoughts and these limited beliefs and these worries that are all kind of in the unknown, that aren't real, stop you from doing and acting on that thing. And that's just like one example. It could be going out to meet somebody. It could be trying something new. It could be, posting content. Well, whatever it is. And it's all in your mindset. It's literally all in your mind. And it's what you've absorbed through, life. And a lot of these things are unconscious. A lot of these things are automatic. And, a lot of the time, we're not always aware of it. We've gone through life doing X, Y, Z up until this point, and the way that you're behaving, and the way that you're acting, and the language that you're using within yourself, it's all automatic, subconsciously going on in you, and some people before you know it, you're acting this way, you're saying all these things to yourself. And a lot of it may be negative and it's not serving your purpose, and it's almost like you've had the blinders on. And until you take a step back and have a really deep think about it, and maybe break it down, it kind of becomes more clear. Everyone's in a different scenario, I understand that. Everyone's got different responsibilities, everyone's got different pasts, everyone's had different experiences, but for who you are today, you are who you are today, and you've taken from those experiences, but you're not those experiences. If you've tried something new in the past and it didn't work out, that doesn't mean to say that you're a failure. Even if you failed But in your mind, you've taken the mindset from that, oh, I'm a failure, or I'm crap, or whatever. You know, that isn't true. That is the belief that you take from that experience, or those experiences that have accumulated. If there's been multiple times where you failed, but that doesn't mean to say that you are a failure. That isn't true. And you know, sometimes in life things don't work out. Things don't go the way that we want it to. And you know, as this happens more and more, you build up calluses, and you know, it doesn't hurt as much if they do happen again. It may hurt a little bit, but you know, it's how quickly you bounce back from that situation. And that's, you know, how life is. You know, there are waves that are happening. Everything's energy. And you know, it's how you respond to that situation. It's how you respond to what's happening. You know, it's, do you dwell on it? Do you take it on board? Do you sit back and sieve on it for a week to 2 days? Or do you, you know, you bounce back? It's how quickly you bounce back. And that's something that I'm learning in my life. And, you know, for one example, you know, I was meant to be a speaker for this event, but my internet wasn't working properly. The internet speed wasn't fast enough for their requirements, and they said, look, we can't use you, we're gonna have to find someone else. You know, and today I've been a bit upset about it, being a bit, you know, a bit disappointed, but okay, you know, there'll be another time. And you've got to see in your mind, you've got to tell yourself there will be another time it's going to happen. There will be another scenario. You know, I'm going to make sure next time it works out. And, you know, not to dwell on that situation. I think a lot of the time we spend time worrying and dwelling on things, and that's time and energy kind of just being thrown away. Everything is energy. You know, your energy, I'm energy, the universe is energy, the wind. You know, everything has its form and play in this universe. And, you know, the law of attraction, I won't go too much into that, you know, but we're all energy. Everything's energy. And, you know, what you give out comes back to you. And that's how the world works. If you really want something and you put in the work and you see yourself doing it, you know, that's how it works. You have to see yourself doing something or being in a certain place in your life and feeling those emotions and putting in the necessary steps to lead up to that. Do you want to be an actor? Do you want to be a musician? What is it that you need to do in order to get you to that place? You know, break it down. Start small. Start with small steps and slowly build it. Do you want to post content on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube? Do you want to be a live streamer? Okay, how do you need to do that? Break it down. I'm going to start doing 3 1-minute clip videos a week. And after doing these videos over time, you're then more confident to do a 10-minute video or a 30-minute video or, you know, whatever it is. You know, we always put so many high expectations on ourselves to get things right in life, to succeed in life. And I think that's where, you know, we have a lot of mental health problems, a lot of anxiety, a lot of pressure. And then, you know, we have people putting pressure on themselves on top of their family, their friends, their parents, you know, institutions, workplaces. You know, there's so many targets, X, Y, Z, blah, 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 blah. And then you add in what's going on around you in your environment. I mean, you know, this is, you know, you think back to years ago, you know, in caveman times, tribal times, you know, we only had to kind of think about X, Y, Z amount of things. Now, you know, it's kind of blown out of the water. There's so many things that we're thinking about, and we're not designed to be that way, you know. When you cut back to our primal, you know, state of what, you know, we used to do as hunter-gatherers, it was, you know, protect your family, sleep, food, you know, X, Y, Z. You know, now it's, you know, social media, work, family, friends, what am I doing, what do I need to do, you know, what do I need to get to fit in, and it's just, you know, it's gone out the water. So when you break it down, you can see why people get so entangled in society and life, because people don't properly know themselves sometimes because they're just so entangled in all of everything that's going on, and, you know, from all the fast-paced experiences that they've been involved in, you know, you can only take in so much, and sometimes we take in things that are negative. Sometimes, we take things that are positive. But I just, want to do this video so that people take something positive away from it and put in those steps to live the life that they want to live, that you want to live. And, all you have to do is start. And start by really thinking about where you are, what you're doing, and if what you're doing now is really serving you. And if it isn't, what do you need to do to change it? And have a real think about what you want to do. And that's okay if you don't know what you want to do. Just try things out and you'll find your way. Stay tuned for the Positive Podcast on all platforms. It's now on YouTube, and stay for more content on my Instagram. Any questions, any feedback that you'd like to throw me, I'll be happy to help. You have a good day.